Okay, hi everyone. It's Brad from PI United, and we're doing another live stream session today on skip tracing. There is about a 20-second delay at the moment, but you can still ask questions. Just log into YouTube using your Gmail account, and you'll be able to chat using the chat box on the right-hand side of your screen or down below, depending on how big you got your screen. So today we're going to go over similar things as what we did last time. We're going to go over Google. We'll go over a couple of different things in Google, and for those of you that are in the investigator group on Facebook, you probably see some of the posts that I've been going nuts and posting some other skip tools. So I'll go over those tools as well with you today. Alright, so getting started, same as we did last time, we'll kick off with some basic Google searches, but I'll add a couple of different ones in there for you as well. Probably get rid of this window now. Okay, I'll have messages and comments coming in through on Facebook as well, so just bear with me if it does go silent a little bit. I'll just be checking up on some of them. Make sure I'm not missing anyone's questions. Okay, so if you've got questions, try ask them in the YouTube channel, because it is a little distracting going to Facebook every now and again. Okay, so Google. Searching in Google is pretty damn easy, as we all know. Most common search people do is type in a person's name and see what comes up. And for those of you that watched last month's session, I'm just going to be going over the first couple of things that we went over with Google searches, but I'll be doing some extra stuff as well that I didn't show you last time. So just bear with us. So one of the most common things people do is just type in what they want. So they'll just type in John Smith if they're actually looking for a subject called John Smith. The issue with that is it's coming up with 900 million records, and I don't know about you, but I don't live long enough to go through 900 million records. So what we need to do is work out ways to refine our search results, and to do that, the best thing to be doing is actually use some of the added features with Google, like adding quotes around your search term. Get used to this, because I get this quite a bit because I do a lot of different searches through Google. What that is, if anyone sees it, the capture that comes up is if you do a lot of queries with Google, Google will challenge you every now and again with one of those captures to test that you're a human, especially when you're typing in long strings, and I've been doing a few long strings in Google this morning, so I may get that capture every now and again. No need to freak out if you do see that. Okay, so putting John Smith in quotes, I've only got 16.8 million results, but that's a lot better than 900 million, right? We can refine that even more by adding some more information. So when it comes to Google, you just really need to think about what it is you want. Instead of just doing a search for John Smith, what do you know about John Smith, and what information do you need back? So with this, we need to reduce a little bit more. 16.8 million is still too many to go through. So we know John Smith does lawn mowing, so we can just use the tittle sign, which is Shift and the squiggly line beside the number 1 key, and type in lawn. Now it's going to bring back anything associated with lawn, so grass, turf, and we've only got 371,000 results. So that's a lot better than what we had before. And the way this works is Google doesn't actually know that you're searching for a person, John Smith. Google's getting a lot smarter over the years. So it's not long before they determine names, but at the moment it's just searching without the quotes. It's searching for two things. It's searching for the word John, and it's searching for the word Smith. So it could be anywhere, and it could be John, Barry, Bob, Smith, and it's going to bring up the result. That's why we had 900 million. For an example, because John Smith's a bad example for showing you how it works, say Jeff Jefferson. So 34 million results. If we scroll through page 10, what have we got? Jeff Biggers? That's not Jeff Jefferson. So if we only want to see Jeff Jefferson, put it in quotes. And now if we go to the 10th page, we're still going to get Jeff Jefferson. Big Jeff Jefferson, but it's still Jeff Jefferson side by side. And that's the whole point of this exercise. you want to get those two words exactly the way that you want them, side by side. So John Smith search, and lawn. Nowadays, if even if you remove the tittle sign, you're still going to get John Smith Turf up the top. So Google is replacing some of the symbols that they use. However, using them will refine the results a little bit more, especially with different types of queries that you're doing. So another thing we could do as well with John Smith, say this is a person we're after, and it's got his phone number and address in the results here. Say it didn't, we could query his website. So if I just type in site and paste in the URL with no www in front of it, Google's now only searching his website. So it's not searching anywhere else on the internet except for that domain name. Which means if I type in a phrase before, like call, it's searching the word call across John Smith's website. Type in phone, we get a phone number. Type in email, and we'll get the email address. So it's an easy way to search for information within a website. Another way you could use this if you're searching, say, telstra.com.au. Most large phone companies are a bit of a pain in the ass to get a phone number from. If you want to call them, I mean, let's just go to Telstra and have a look. If we want to call Telstra, most large companies hide their phone number. They don't want you to call them. They want you to fill out all these stupid forms, and Telstra is no exception to that. So we go the personal website, and support, accounts, contact us. Here we go. Click on contact us, see where that takes us. Now we get this, your bill or your account. Pay your bill. Billing questions. And we've got a phone number there. Some of these will actually put you in like an infinite loop where you're continuously going back. So the way around that, site, and think about what you want to search for. You can't type in phone when you're searching a site like Telstra because they sell mobile phones. You're going to have a ton of them. But if you know what you're after, and with most companies, there's an international phone number. So if we said +61, we may see a phone number. You can try calling. There we go. Call. So now we're starting to get some phone numbers that we can call Telstra on without having to go through and try and navigate their website. And the way this works is if you're trying to find a subject that works for a large company, this can really help you. So we could start searching for a person's name, like in quotes, John Smith. Don't know if there's going to be John Smith at Telstra, but it's bringing up some results for John Smith. So when it comes to large websites, large corporations, go through their website and start using the site search feature to pull back a lot of information. Now some other things we can do with Google that I didn't go through last time. So I've showed you the site search and using quotes and basic things like that. But what are some of the cool things we can do with Google? Well, Google indexes. So it's an indexing site. So it's going out there using spider bots to go search the web and bring back all this information to index all these URLs. What it does though is index URLs that don't really want to be indexed. So if we do a search like in URL, for example, a lot of people nowadays have security cameras. So we say CGI start question mark page equals single and mode equals motion and resolution. Okay, so now we're pulling back some different results into Google, and you'll notice there's a ton of URLs here with just an IP address. Let's click on one of these and see what interesting things we can find. For those of you that have a home security system, you may recognize what we're looking at. Let's go to a large view. This is someone's webcam. Well, not their webcam, it's a CCTV. And there's a ton of these on the internet that haven't got password protection. So I can control this person's camera. We can pan to the left a little bit more, pan up and down, zoom in, and some of these are in different countries, different locations, so the language will be a little bit harder to understand. We can find out the location of this camera because we've got an IP address. So we can do a Whois lookup. So just by doing a Google search, we can start finding security cameras. If you're doing surveillance in the city, chances are there's going to be a security camera that is on the internet, that is accessible. All you need to do is find the feed. So using the in URL query can help you find some webcams. So I'm probably not the only one that's actually on this camera at the moment. It's live on the internet. There's going to be a ton of people that have probably gone out looking for it. Have a look at the controls up the top. So we've got multi. So that means there's multiple cameras. Now this isn't going to happen for you all the time. You're not always going to find a camera, and the subject that you're doing surveillance on isn't always going to have a camera that just happens to be online. But what you will find is that every now and again you might get a bit of luck and find a camera that's accessible in the city. Saves you having to put a car in a certain area. We've got cameras on the inside of an office and the outside of the office. So we can control 3 different cameras in this case, just by doing a Google search. Okay, sorry about my silence, I'm just checking. So there we go, we can pan that camera around. Okay, so we can do a Whois on the IP address. So we've got an email address. And the camera's in Switzerland. We can give the guy a call if we want. So now we've got a bit of information on who owns this camera, just by doing in URL search. So in URL can do many things. It doesn't have to be because you want to try find someone's webcam and stalk people. It can be because you want to find certain things that are on the internet you know your clients are part of. So if you know, or your subjects are part of, so if you know your subjects into some kind of programming, or you know your subjects into a certain sport or things like that, you could do an in URL search with multiple things. So in URL could be, let's say, net.au, and it's got to be football. I'm just having a stab in the dark here, but it's going to bring back up anything to do with football with the .net.au website, and we could say John, and it's going to come up with John. So I mean, pretty broad example, but you can see where I'm getting at. If you know he's got a website, or if you think he's in a certain profession or hobby that's pretty popular on the net, have a look and try a in URL search. There's many things you can do with it. So yes, you can find webcams, live webcams, and you can control the cameras and all that kind of stuff like we just did. You can find documents. For example, let's say so we're looking at all .net.au websites with a file type PDF. So if you notice here, it's got PDF. So that means it's a PDF file. Now, I'm not a big fan of opening up PDF files on my computer. I don't trust a lot of people. I mean, .net.au sites is less likely going to be a scammer or some kind of phishing. But if you just click on the green down arrow and then right click on or click on cache, um, I normally open everything up in a new tab, and to do that, I just press down on the mouse wheel. Automatically opens up into a new tab, and then we've got the PDF document. I can do whatever I like. I can save it. Easy done. So it doesn't have to be PDF, it could be MP3, MP4. Um, a lot of MP4 files attached to a .net.au, is there? Um, so if, for example, say PDF and say .gov, so now we're getting PDF documents from a government website, and we may want to have oh, helps if I actually put spaces and things. So now we're getting all agreements in a PDF format from a .gov.au website. So this is vic.gov.au, and it's PDF residential tenancy agreement. So do we have any questions yet? Does anyone want me to go back and revisit something we've just done? If you do, just post your questions in the comment section in YouTube, because they come through to me live, or on Facebook if you haven't got a Gmail account to log into YouTube. Remembering there's about a 20-second delay, so I'll just fiddle around for about 20 seconds to see if anyone asks any questions. So there's another use for the site search. Search for a person's name on a social media website. It's the easiest way to be searching sites is just to use the site search function. Okay, so no questions coming through, so that's okay. Alright, so some tools. I guess some of you guys have been on the investigator group on Facebook, and you've probably seen that I've posted a couple of tools. One of them is a Whois lookup. It's just because I normally use Central Ops, and I said last time I did one of these sessions, yeah, the Whois lookup on Central Ops limits you to around about 50 searches a day. So I just made a free one, so you can type in an IP address or you can type in a domain name, and it will come back up and it will tell you who owns it and all these details for those domain names. So that one was put on there recently for you guys. We've also got a couple of different ones, just been playing around. So I've got an EXIF map on here. So the EXIF map is pretty cool if you're a nerd like me. If you want to extract EXIF data, there's a couple of different ways of doing it. This is just one way to play around, basically. So if you've got an image, scroll down to one in my folder off screen here. So I've got an image here. Just click and drag it onto the map and give it a second to load. And there we go. It's going to zoom into where that photo was taken. This one's using OpenStreetMap, so it doesn't actually have house numbers and things like that, which is a bit of a pain in the bum, but I'll look at changing it over to Google. It's just OpenStreetMap. It's got a lot of pretty cool functions in the back end. So that's an EXIF map. You just click and drag your image. You don't have to click extract image or anything like that. It just shows you on a map where that photo was taken. There are other ones on here as well though, so crop image and view EXIF data. So this one will allow you just to, again, click and drag an image over, except it will show you on the map in Google Maps. This one should be. I've got a couple of these EXIF tools. Wait for it to load. My internet is pretty slow here, so you can select your image or just click and drag it from your folder. So just so you can see, click and drag, and straight away it'll bring up the photo, and below it, if there's no EXIF data, there will be nothing underneath. But below it will just show you. So we've got the latitude and we've got the longitude. So we can copy and paste this into a Google map. I'll add Google Maps onto here so it automatically does it for you, but this one physically shows you the information. So this photo here was taken, oh, slow internet, sorry. It was taken on an Apple iPhone 5 6.1 as a software on this date. So it's giving you all the raw data that's coming out of this. And a good way to tell if a photo's been edited, normally what it will say where it says software is, or model, it will say Photoshop. So if you're looking at photos on the internet, dump them in this and have a bit of a look. Now this one will allow you to edit it, so we can click edit and just lets you crop the image. So we can drag that down, crop the image, and then just click crop. So we now got the cropped image, and then we just click on it and it will download the new photo for you with the EXIF data still attached. Working on an EXIF editor at the moment, so you can drag your images in and add EXIF data. So if you've done some surveillance and taken some photos, you can manually add in the EXIF data to that photo, and also it'll extract EXIF data as well, but that's been worked on at the moment. So that's one of the EXIF tools, or two of them. So the map where you can click and drag and just zooms in on the map, and then this one. Also got okay, so Importio, if anyone's using that, this one will ask you for your Importio contact login details, and you can basically do a quick scrape of a website. So put in your user and your app key and paste in the URL, and it will actually go back through and scrape that website for you, pull back all that data. Not many people use that tool anyway, so but it's just there because it's fun. The Facebook search tools are on there. Got some AUSINT links in there. The Google guide, so I've just copied a ton of the Google search phrases from the Google guide and just put them on a page there, and then got a link to the Google guide website, because there's a ton of information. You're better off just going right through that site. Email search and resume search, I've already done some videos for those that you guys will be able to check out on YouTube later in your own time. The Facebook search tools, I've opened up the main one to everyone just for a little bit because it's going through some more testing. With the Facebook search tools, if there's anyone that isn't well, if you're not getting enough information out of the Google search, use the Facebook search tools. So let's just go to Facebook, and yep, it's a fake one. Find a John Smith, I guess. Should we just go to, here's a good example of a person. Okay, Chris Whois, one of the founders of Facebook. So we can copy his name up here and paste it in here, and it's going to bring back his Facebook ID. Now this is one of the founders of Facebook, so his Facebook ID is 5. Not very hard to find, but then you can do some pretty cool things with ID. So search for current and past residents of, and that's a place ID one. I've got another search one further on down. Look, at the end of the day, there's a ton of tools in here. I won't go through all of them, but the Facebook user number, where it's asking for that, so show photos liked by user, show all posts from user and things like that. So photos by user just saves you having to go through and stalk their website or their Facebook page. You're going through their timeline and things like that, because not all the photos will show up, even if you've got their privacy on a minimal restriction. Not all their photos will appear. You have to do some digging around for them, so that just makes it a little bit easier. Plus, you can see all the posts that they've made, where they've checked in. Oh, I just typed in 65. So these are all the places a person's checked in. I'm working on a Google Earth tool at the moment. So you can use Google Earth and type in the subject's Facebook URL, and it'll plot out where they've been. Also doing that one with Twitter as well. There's some pretty cool Twitter tools that I'm getting added on there soon. Right now we've only got this Twitter one here, which has got limited features. I don't think I've added it yet. No, I did a lot of testing on it yesterday, but it plots everything on the map for you. So this one, longitude and latitude, go to the map tool. Some of these search tools aren't available for free. And look, the reason I think I'm charging like $5 a month. The reason I'm charging that, don't see it as like a fee you have to pay to use the search tool. See it as a development fee. Basically, I spend a lot of time doing research and development, trying to find pretty cool tools, and then modifying them and creating new tools and doing a ton of things. It takes me time to do that. So really, it's a support fee that you're paying to access it. Keeps me active in researching. Otherwise, I just don't have the time to do it if it's not paying for itself. Alright, so longitude and latitude for the map. Type in your address. This before wasn't really zooming in. I've changed it now so it zooms into like 18 or 20 so you can physically see the address. So we type in 1 Queen Street. Helps so I can spell, doesn't it? What have we got? Brisbane. And that is not in Australia, is it? There we go. That took me to a completely different location. QLD. Alright. James Street. Bean. We got Beanley. Alright, need to re-edit this one. And click on one. Alright, so I'll do some more mods on this one. I changed it the other day actually, maybe I didn't put it over to the live environment. It will actually zoom into the address. I'll just change it over. What it's doing at the moment though is, if you didn't see, it's just putting in the dead center of the map, it's putting the street. Maybe it can't find 1 James Street. Yeah, that's probably one there, or 1A, so it's not finding it. But yep, type in the address, click on the map exactly where you want it to be, and grab your longitude and latitude. So that's still the same. Now it gives you a guide down here so you can see the accuracy. You're getting 8, so this is down to 1.1132 millimeters accuracy, as opposed to most of the tools that are out there are within a meter or two. So that's probably the most common, 5 decimals. So you're within a meter of the area. Actually, no, sorry. That's the most common, within 11 meters of the area. This one's going to give you within a millimeter. So the way this works, base of lat, base of longitude. With the lat, you need the negative sign. That's if you're in Australia. If you're overseas, it won't have the negative sign, and depending on your country. Always put a distance in there. So I'm saying bring back everything within a 50-meter radius of that, because if we don't have a radius there, it's going to say, show me every tweet within a millimeter. You're never going to get anything. So these are all the tweets within a 50-meter radius of that address. Where is it? Here, James Street. I was surprised there's anything coming up actually, because I just clicked on a random place. I didn't even know what 1 James Street is. So here's all the results for that, and we can narrow it down a little bit more. So let's say our subject, and for those of you from Queensland, Australia, Beanley's probably a good place to be looking for subjects. Let's find a house. Let's go to the satellite view. It's easier to identify what's a house and what's a commercial premises. Alright, so there's some houses here, so let's click on this house and pull over the latitude and grab the longitude. and yeah, we'll say 50-meter radius. So that's within 50 meters of that house. So there's not too many tweets coming from that area, but we've got some tweets from within a 50-meter radius from the house, and then we could use something like well, Detective Desk to do a search on these names and see where they live, see if they live in that house. It's a good way to get a Twitter feed or a social site, and with these, okay, so Anne Marie, we'll click on her. That's her name. There could be a Facebook name associated to that, but there's also Little Miss AMF, whatever the heck that's meant to mean, which is a username we could be doing searches on. So there's some more websites using that username. So getting information from Twitter is pretty damn important. Don't always just think about Facebook as the be all and end all. There's a lot of people that still don't use Facebook because they use Twitter and Instagram. So you know a subject's location, or if you know their past location, if they used to live in this house, they may have done some tweets from that house, or a friend may have tweeted from that house. Twitter is extremely popular, so there's a good chance there has been a tweet that's come out of that premises before. And like I said, I'm making some tools at the moment that are going to plot the tweets on a map. So you type in their Twitter ID, and it'll show you where all the tweets are all over the map. Um, that can be cheated because you can just use a proxy and tweet from that, which is going to say you're in a different location. But majority of the public don't know about using proxies, so you don't really have to worry about that too much. But you do need to keep it in mind in case you see a subject that's tweeting from America and you're sitting out front of his house and you can see him inside his house. So that's the Twitter search tool, and this is the map tool to get the longitude and latitude, and the Twitter search tool. There's other ones as well, so inbound tweets and things like that are in there at the moment. Media posts, so we grab that Twitter name again. Not a lot of activity from this one, so I'd be surprised if there's any. Outbound tweets, may need the @ symbol. Oh no, it doesn't. So there's all the outbound and inbound tweets. Anything that's this person's been tagged on. So she's been tagged on all of these tweets. So that's the difference between inbound and outbound tweets, and that's a good way to find friends of a subject as well. Most of these tools you would have seen before. AAO, that's just me playing around, just trying to automate some things. May be useful to you, may not be useful to you. It's just me having a bit of a play with some code. So ABN lookup, type in the name, and it'll open up ABN lookup in another page. I'm basically just putting some of the most common searches people do use in one page. So you just go to one page and do those searches, and you know that you've done what you need to do. This will do some of the Google searches for you. So for example, I want to search for John Smith within a website. So I'll just type in the website, which would be say twitter.com, and it's going to search Twitter for John Smith. So same as a site search. So it saves you having to remember all the different phrases you can type into Google. And this one will search for document type. So we can say PDF or we can say CSV, and click search, and it will search now for any agreements in a CSV format. So I'll be creating a few more of these as well. I'll have the in URL search and things like that for you. Other ones that have been added, map selection tool, that may come in handy for you. I'm just thinking from the investigator side of things. That's just a tool where you can select an area, basically. Wait for it to load. My internet's been really slow at the moment, so I do apologise for that. So you'll see there's a little tool box up here, the hand tool so you can pan around, and the box tool so you can select an area. So we can select a big area, or delete the box, zoom in, select an area. So this one's been a little bit temperamental at the moment. It'll actually publish it will actually publish all the information on the side there, but my server's actually playing around at the moment. All part of the fun though. So we can type in the address up here, type in Brisbane, type in Queen Street, Brisbane. We'll zoom into Queen Street, and you can, if it's a subject's house, you can just put a selection box anywhere, and it will give you the longitude and latitude on the side there. It's just been a bit temperamental at the moment, as most tools can be. This is the problem with a lot of Facebook tools and Twitter tools and Instagram tools. They update their security all the time. So there's a lot of tools you can find out there, but they need to be maintained. And like I said, yeah, I'm charging $5 to access some of these. All of these, most of these will be free for a while, and then they'll just go into the members area, or the Skip Tools members area. So once you log in, you'll see all these tools. Like I said, yeah, I'm charging $5 a month. That's not a great deal of money, and it's not me being greedy. It's basically covering itself, because I've got to not only create these tools, find these tools and things like that, I've also got to maintain and update the tools. It takes a lot of time, so I think it's only fair that I charge for that, just to try and make it worthwhile doing it. Otherwise, there's no point in sharing a lot of these if it's not even paying for itself to update. What have we got here? So have a bit of a play around. There are a lot of these are free to use anyway. Importio, like I said, if you've got an Importio account, you do web scraping anyway. It just saves you going through their portal. You can do it from there. Internet Archive. If anyone's got questions as well, feel free to ask them. Either on Facebook if you aren't able to log into YouTube. So I'm just going to... Alright. Wait for questions to come through, just bear with me a second. Like I said, there's about a 20-second delay, but feel free to ask any questions as we're going along. Wayback Machine. If anyone hasn't seen this, it's a pretty damn good tool. So what it'll do is allow you to see the history of a website. So for an example, if we go to, there's good old John Smith. May not be indexed. In Google, I can do a cache search. So a cache is basically a copy of a website at a certain point in time. So I mean, most Google results, if you click on the drop-down box, it'll have cache. Like I said before, that's where I open up most of the documents, and it tells you up the top where the snapshot's from. But you don't have a choice. You've only got whatever Google forces to you. This is really all you're going to be able to see. If you want to see a more historical view of the website, so say for example you're investigating a subject, you found they had a website, Wayback Machine may help you with that. What normally happens is most people, when they set up their website for the first time, they put a lot of information on it because they get a bit excited. So they'll put their home address on there because they don't have an office yet. They'll put their home phone number on there. They'll put their personal mobile phone number on there. They'll put a lot of information on the website initially. And then as time goes on, they get a little bit bigger. They don't want to take the inquiries themselves. They give that to the admin staff, so they change the phone number to an office number because now they've got an office and things like that. Things change, details get removed, websites change. So Wayback Machine allows you to go back and have a look at a website at a point in time. So if I want to see what his website looked like in 2006, I'll click on 2006 up here, let it load, and make sure it's loading the right one. Yep, March 06, click on that, and I can see what his website looked like in 2006 and what information he had. So it looks pretty much the same. There's some phone numbers on there, there's an email on there, so we can see the difference. And this works with most websites. Most websites have been picked up with it. So let's say piunited.com. See if that's been picked up or not. Again, wait for my extremely slow internet to kick in. Hopefully the stream's running a bit smooth for you. It does help if you change the definition to at least 480. That's by clicking, if you hover over the YouTube video, you'll see a little gear cog. Click on that and click on the quality setting and change it to 480 if you haven't done so already. It just makes it a bit better to stream. If you put it on high definition, you'll need to have a fast internet connection. Okay, so this is PI United. If we go back to 2010, painfully slow. But anyway, we can see the site. So we can see 2010. This is what it was like. It's not loading everyone. It's still loading. It'll take its time. Some Java sites might have a bit of an issue. Flash sites may have a bit of an issue, but most of the time they're okay. I think over the time this has had multiple different types of sites set up on it. So this is going back to 2010. I think PI United started in 2007, I think. So it hasn't picked up the later ones. So it didn't really get popular until 2010, and then it even got picked up by Wayback Machine. So have a bit of a look. Wayback Machine does come in handy. You can find old information about a website, and as well as that, you get historical documents as well. So this is archive /web, but if you go to the archive website, you'll find a ton of old information as well. So audio files, books and things like that, videos, a ton of things. These guys just archive everything that's on the internet. But archive.org/web is a pretty cool tool for an investigator. So, well, there you go, 452 billion web pages saved. So that's not too bad. That's pretty damn good. There are other websites out there that will allow you to that cache the internet. They're not as good as the Wayback Machine that I've found so far. That's just my opinion. You may have other tools that you like. This is my favorite one. Worthwhile donating to. So that's Wayback Machine. So that's getting information, historical information, because new information is great, but when it comes to skip tracing, you're not always after new information, because new information could be disinformation, it could be misinformation. So joining the dots is pretty important when it comes to skip tracing. For those of you that don't know, we do have a skip tracing course on PI United. So we've got the advanced skip tracing course where we go into a ton of things. Advanced course includes a base one. We're basically making it so the base course you can't really buy anymore. It's migrated into the advanced course. So we go over all this kind of stuff and a hell of a lot more when it comes to skip tracing. We've got a bit of a summary in the base course of some of the things that we cover. I have been adding more videos into the courses as well, because people tend to respond better to watching a video, waiting for the movie to come out, so to speak. So there's a number of things that we go over in there. If you're into skip tracing, I do believe this is some kind of this is a course that you should be doing, because it gives you a lot of information. I've had skip tracers and investigators go through this, still learn a few things. The only difference between this course and some of the other ones out there is I update it all the time, and I do a bucket load for the skip trace industry and the investigation industry, and have done for a long period of time. So a lot of that I put in there. I'm not biased, as a lot of people would already know. Yes, I had a skip trace agency. I have no interest in getting new clients, so I have no issues in helping people get clients if they want to start up their own. And I'm not holding back on the things that I teach. So yes, these are live stream videos. I'm not showing you everything I know, because it's a live stream video. It's a free video. Obviously you guys don't do investigations for free, but anyone that does a course, they'll know that I don't hold back. If there's something I know, I'll teach you. If it's not in the course and you ask me about it, I will show you, mainly because I don't see anyone as a threat or a competitor. I don't look for clients anymore. So if you want to know something, let me know. There's no secrets. It's all in the course, and it's all questions as well that you can ask me. So yep, that's a plug for myself, but hey, that's why we're doing live streams. Give yourselves a bit of a plug. So the skip tracing course, The advanced course is going to be the only one that's available, and that includes the base course. We go over all the stuff that we went over and a lot more in depth as well. There'll be a new one coming soon, which is an OSINT course, and that's the OSINT course has the base and the advanced skip tracing course, but also goes into making the tools as well. So how to make a lot of these tools that you see on PI United, because I think it's important for people to learn how to do some of this themselves, and it's also how we grow and develop the industry. If more and more people learn how to do this kind of thing, the more interesting tools are going to be made available. And let me tell you, there's a lot of pretty cool tools already out there today, but the more people that learn it, the more fun it's going to be. Um, okay, so open it up again to questions. I'm just checking Facebook at the moment for questions, so just bear with me as well. Okay, just having a bit of a look, sorry. Does anyone want me to go back over anything I've already been over? Just having a bit of a look around. Sorry guys, checking for questions on a couple of sites. The webcam. Stalker. Okay. Yeah, so the webcam query is in URL. Well, there's a number of them. This is just one. Um, So in URL, CGI start question mark page equals single and mode equals motion and resolution. That's just one. That's going to bring up only one particular brand normally. Um, and the camera that we were looking at was that one there, 193. But there's a number of different, obviously a number of different cameras there, and there's a ton of different brands and feeds that you can get. So, hey, it's daytime over there now in Switzerland. Um, So I think what everyone's taking out of this session is how to stalk people, uh, how to find people's CCTV cameras and take control out of them. Um, oh, sorry, John. Okay, I just saw your question there, mate. How long does the advanced course go for? Look, it's online, self-paced. So when you log into the course, it is 100% online. So you do it in your own time. Look, you could storm through the course in a couple of days. The whole idea of it is you've got access to it for 12 months. So when you're paying for the advanced course, you get access to the advanced course, the base course, all the tools. It gives you your 12 months membership, so that gives you access to all the tools and the private live streams sessions. Uh, yeah, so you've got 12 months access. You could do it in a couple of days. The whole course is self-paced, so there's no pressure. You should be going through and doing and practicing step by step. Um, Take your time, basically. Give me a call. So in the course, there's sections where we can have live chats, or you can just pick up the phone and call me, ask me questions, and we go over things. So things like social engineering and pre-texting is something that is better done over the phone. Those are areas that I really love doing. Social engineering, particularly. That's got to be done over the phone in reality. There's majority of the social engineering stuff's in the OSINT course that's coming soon. Um, so, but yeah, how long is completely up to you, but you've got access for 12 months. Um, as for QLD covert investigations, yep, I'm recording it, mate. It's in the members area of PI United. Like I said before, when I'm going over it, there's all these tools. It's $5 a month, and you're a member, and you get access to all these tools, and you get access to the previous sessions, live stream sessions. And look, guys, it's $5 a month. I've heard of your radio pretext. Yeah, and I know where you've heard that from too, John. Yeah, that's a fun one. I used to do radio for those of you that didn't know, and it just came natural to do a radio pretext. Yeah, it's a fun one. Um, yeah, so sorry. Look, yeah, the $5 a month. It's paying for access to all the tools and the video stream. Um, it's see it more as a development thing. Um, it's I spend a lot of time doing research and development for skip trace tools, and a lot of time like testing and then updating them. So if you like the tools, pay the $5 a month. It's just like a donation to keep supporting me. Um, yeah. So anyway, here's the stalker camera that someone asked about as well. Yes, we can pan, we can zoom in. I have found this feed before, and you can zoom right into the window. I think I was on this one a couple of nights ago when I came across this camera feed, and I could see the people sitting in their lounge room in that building, as in really close. Uh, but yeah, there's a ton of camera feeds on the internet. Here's another one. Some of them will work, some of them won't. So this is all in Chinese. No, it looks like Japanese. Um, I don't think we can zoom in on this one, but we'll probably pan around. So yeah, the query for that one, I'll create a quick tooltip or quick tool for this one. So I'll put it under AAO tools, um, and I'll put the in URL Google search term in there. So this one's in URL colon. Everything has to be a colon when you're using one of these search terms, and then yeah, CGI start question mark page, so and so on, as you can see there, and it's going to bring back all the cams. You can change, like remove some of it, and you might expand it to a couple more, but you're opening yourself up to a ton more results. Yep. So my internet's going slow again. Okay, guys. Any other questions? I'm just checking on Facebook as well to see if there's other questions. Okay, sorry, just checking. All right. So the next one next month. This one was at the start just for QLD covert investigations. You said you missed the start of it. We just went over the previous session, so the Google searches. How to search Google. I will be doing a video and publishing it in the public area as well on some of the Google searches, and I have made it available in the search tools for free. Google Guide. I've just copy and pasted some of the queries you can use in Google from the Google Guide website, just so it's one place people can find it on mine. And there's a link to the Google Guide website as well, because I've just copy and pasted some of the most common terms. If you go to the Google Guide website, you'll find a ton of information on there as well. Like I said, the AusInt course will be coming soon with a lot of information. I'll be teaching people how to make a lot of this stuff, and there's more videos. So if you've already got access, so Yasmin, I know you've already got access to the course. There's more content being added on there, so just have a bit of a look around. John, is there a pay section on PI United's site? Yes, there is, mate. If you go to the shop, just click on shop. Sorry, my internet's going a bit slow, so hopefully the stream's coming through okay. Yeah, click on shop, mate, and it's in there. So you just choose the item that you like. So it's $5 a month. It's a subscription. There you go. So mine's internet's cutting out a little bit, or that's probably my server. Considering I'm still getting questions coming through, I dare say it's my web server that's been a bit of a pain in the butt at the moment. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. Slow. It's loading. So under shop, you'll see it's base membership or something like that. Waiting for it to load. That's really annoying, and I'm a really impatient person when it comes to being slow, having slow internet. Google Guide link appears broken. Yeah, I think the server is getting an upgrade at the moment, so just bear with me. If it is broken, I'll update it. Man, that is really really slow. Yeah, okay. I'll jump on my server and fix that up in a sec. I'll find out what's going on with the Google Guide. You can Google it though. I mean, Google Guide. I think it's just googleguide.com. Yeah, it is googleguide.com. There you go. So that's running fast. It's my server that's been a pain in the butt. Clear my cache. Oh, Oh no, that's right. Okay, so cheat sheet is what you'd be after. So it's got a few things in there. Their website's not the best to be navigating all the time. Okay. Can you use pictures of Facebook in your EXIF map? No, because Facebook strip all the EXIF data, which is really frustrating. So yeah, thanks for the question, Eric. But yeah, Facebook strip it. So don't bother doing an EXIF data search on a Facebook photo because they strip all that information. I believe Instagram I think they may do it now because someone got up them and tried to sue them, I think, because they got broken into because they posted a photo on Instagram and someone robbed their house. I mean, look, the person was an idiot for posting all the crap on there anyway, but I think Instagram may even be doing it now. Where is it? So this is a PDF, which is really annoying to view. I've got it on. Where is it? See if it's going to work now. Oh well, there you go. There's a shop. It's working now. So just find the $5 one. There we go. Skip Trace Access Pass. That's the name of it. Let's wait for that to format itself. Yeah, their website's not the best to be navigating all the time, which is a bit annoying. That's why I copied and pasted it onto PI United page. So you can see the file type and what it does, the different types of searches that we've gone over, and the link Google Guide. I didn't make that a hyperlink, so you just have to copy and paste it. So there we go. Index HTML is where you want to be, and that's the easier format to read it. Sorry. Now, let's find search tools. There's a few on there. Have a bit of a look. There we go. This is the one that you're after. Search tools, shortcuts, easier way of viewing the site. Okay, I'll just check Facebook again because there was a question coming through on there. Okay, so I'll do another stream session. What are we today? We're the 13th of December today. So I'll do another session next month, unless I get a lot of requests to do another one this month. The next one will be probably mid next month. Everyone's going to be on holidays and wanting a break and probably too drunk to be watching a live stream anyway because of the Christmas period. So mid next month is the next one. Gives everyone enough time to sober up, get back into work mode. If enough people want me to do another session this month, I will, but it'll be on separate things. So if there's something you'd like to know, send me an email, let me know. And if we get enough requests for those things, I'll do a demo on that in the next session. I might do a little bit more advanced things in the next session, and I don't know, find different ways to stalk people. Maybe find some new webcams to stalk people on. That being said, look, that CCTV search is pretty good. You can combine it with multiple different queries to try find a CCTV camera in certain areas. Yeah, in URL, you know the query in there, but you can also look at .au sites and things like that. So I've only had it come in handy for me twice before doing any surveillance. I did a couple of queries and found a CCTV camera that was facing an area that I couldn't see if I parked in a different street. So it did come in handy for me, but that's only like twice out of the whole time I've been using it. So it is very rare, but it's pretty fun to search around and find stuff. Okay, guys, thanks for attending. Any other questions after this session, just let me know. A recording of this video, it takes about 2 hours for YouTube to process it. So in a couple of hours it will be up on YouTube under the members area of the PI United site. Look, like I said, $5 a month. It's more of a donation to keep supporting me to build all these tools and keep updating them. Thanks for all the questions. This one's been pretty fun. We've done a couple of different things. Send me some emails with what you want me to do in the next session. Okay guys, thanks for coming.